Hello, everyone, and welcome to my latest installment of Open Table Talk, where I'm keeping it real with Jared. Um, I'm going to get started with some news about Lindsay Lohan, and they're talking about how the actress may face some jail time. So, Lindsay Lohan briefly appeared in court Wednesday for the first time in nearly a year and a half, and this was because year, last summer, she was filming that horrific Lifetime movie, Liz and Dick, where she played Liz Taylor, a British woman, and Lindsay decided to play her as a woman from Long Island who sounded like she's been smoking a pack of Pall Mall since the age of 2. But that's just my opinion. So the actress was required to attend a pretrial hearing involving 3 misdemeanor counts filed after a car crash last summer. Lindsay has pleaded not guilty to lying to the police, reckless driving, and obstructing officers from performing their duties. So she was driving in Malibu to the set of Liz and Dick with her assistant in the passenger seat. She ran into a dump truck, and so before the police got there, she decided to switch seats with her assistant and let her assistant take the fall for that. Stupid mistake on the assistant's part. So Lindsay Lohan got away with that for that time being, but this crept up to her and she got caught. And so she could be possibly facing jail time of 245 days if the judge decides that she violated her sentence in a theft case. Yeah, you remember that time Lindsay Lohan stole some jewelry from a store and didn't get in trouble for that? Lindsay Lohan never gets in trouble for anything, and if it was one of us normal people, we would be in jail for like 25 years to life, and she just gets away with it. And then she also has 2 arrests that she still hasn't gotten charged for in New York. One of them for when she went to a Justin Bieber concert, and after she decided to party with that British group The Wanted, and a lady who is a self-proclaimed psychic wanted to give her a free reading, and Lindsay Lohan was like, "You all up in my face," and so Lindsay Lohan was like, "Pow!" and she got arrested. So Lindsay Lohan is dealing with court cases on both coasts. Can we just throw her away in jail, put her in rehab for like a year or 2, and close the door and throw away the key? Like, this girl is a mess. And then her assistant allegedly said that she drinks about 2 liters of vodka a day. I don't know anyone that can drink that much vodka. No, that's not true. I think I know someone that can drink 2 liters of vodka a day and like still function like person's been drinking water. Like, I thought like she was this fantastic actress, and she hasn't had a good movie in a while. And speaking of Lindsay Lohan, I don't know if I'm the only one that thought that she had a British twin, but I blame Parent Trap for confusing me as a child, because there was Lindsay and then there was this British girl, and I'm like, where did they get these girls where one girl sounds American and the other one sounds like she's from England? Like, were these people like separated at birth? Like, I thought Lindsay's story was the Parent Trap, and I did not learn that she didn't have a twin until like Freaky Friday, which makes me sad and pathetic, but hate on me, hater. So that's it for the Lindsay situation. Then I'm going to get to an interesting story coming out of my home state of Nueva York. And this is about 2 women from the Bronx, BX, who were caught smuggling 6.5 kilos of cocaine and a homemade diaper under their pants. Priscilla Pina and Michelle Blasingale were returning to New York's John F. Kennedy International Airport on a JetBlue flight from the Dominican Republic last Saturday, and they were stopped by Custom and Border protection officers. A drug-sniffing dog alerted the officers when it came near Pina, which is one of the women, and prompted them to search her luggage. They didn't find anything in the luggage, but no, you don't smuggle drugs in luggage anymore. You smuggle drugs in your pants. And so the officers performed a pat-down and discovered that Pina was wearing a homemade diaper filled with cocaine and rigged like a girdle around their hindquarters, and the two women were arrested and charged with smuggling. The funny thing is that they made it through a Dominican Republic airport onto a JetBlue flight, flew in the air, sitting on a diaper filled with cocaine, and then, the coast is clear. We made it to New York. They are dumb as hell for thinking that they can get through an airport in New York, not just New York, in the tri-state area, and think that they were going to get through with drugs. Like, they have those airports on lockdown. You're not getting through with anything. Not liquids, toothpaste, mouthwash. Definitely not a diaper filled with cocaine, and then you decided to wrap it in duct tape. You can't expect everyone to be Martha Stewart and, make some fancy diaper. They were working with what they got. So shout out to my home state of New York for producing some top-notch citizens who, have to do what they have to do. It's a tough world out there. People are jobless. So my next story is about the Justin Bieber and the Selena Gomez. And allegedly they're back together. The singer was spotted leaving the ex-boyfriend's house. Uh-oh, you know what that means. They're back together. First of all, who cares? Like, let the kid be 18 years old. He did an interview with Billboard magazine, and he admitted that his new song, Nothing Like Us, which is on his new Believe acoustic album, which, don't judge me, I listened to, and it's really, really good. And Billboard is saying that this week he will top the chart, and this will be his 5th #1 album. And so he said, there's so many rumors. People say I call Selena every day and she won't pick up the phone, or I'm chasing her down. And all these are fake stories. Adding that he tries not to pay attention to gossip. I don't go on blogs or anything like that. I hear things. People tell me if something happens on the internet, it gets back at me, definitely. Why am I talking about this? Anyway. Like, it's not news that an 18 and a 20-year-old are breaking up every other day. Like, just ask my friends and their crazy relationships. They're breaking up one week, back together. We love each other. I love her. I love him. That's my boo. We got memories. Oh my gosh, break my heart. I'm crying in a bathtub eating a tub of ice cream. Oh, we're back together. Like, it's like clockwork for these people. Like, I don't get it. But you know what? To each his own. Shout out to Justin Bieber for getting his boo back. You know you love me. You know you care. He probably sang that to her when she came walking through her door. Baby, 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 ow. My next story is a little bit, my next 2 stories are a little bit more serious. And then I'm going to introduce a new segment called Weird News, because the Huffington Post posts weird news, and that story is a treat, so stay tuned for that one. So this next sad story I got from the New York Daily News, and this is about it's a lawsuit. A female NYPD sergeant blackmailed suicidal cop into the bedroom. So the wife of this cop, who sadly committed suicide, it says that Schindler was made to understand that he would suffer tangible detriment in his job assignments, working conditions, and future. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. That was trashy and disgusting, but this is my video, and I'm not getting rid of it because I'm keeping it real. Um, but I'm seriously sorry, that was nasty. So basically, she said she would make his life a living hell if he did not submit to her sexual advances. And so, on February 13th of 2012, Highway Safety Officer Matthew Schindler, who was 39 and was a father of 3, shot himself in his patrol car on the side of a Long Island highway. And after the affair with a supervisor at a Queens 115th precinct, they're saying that that's when he started going downhill and he became really depressed and everything. And you know what? I always wonder how many bosses take advantage of their employees by basically saying, you got to get me some if you want to get someplace in this. And I think that's sad. And you know, I didn't really think that this happens to men. I only thought it happens to women, but apparently it happens to men too. And I mean, this is so sad. Here's the memorial for him, if you can see that. Police Officer Matthew Schindler. And of course the NYPD or no government officials are saying anything about it because, you know, they gotta stick together, take care of their people. It's just tragic. People are just horny and just willing to make someone's life a living hell for the sake of their own pleasure. And then my last article, I'm doing very well with the time, by the way, because all you guys were complaining, oh, it's too long. How about it's not too long? A talk show is an hour. What if I get a talk show? Are you not going to watch it for a full hour? I blame technology, because no one has an attention span anymore. But I'm listening to my viewers, so I'm going to try to keep it within the 15-minute mark. So one of my last stories is about this California man charged in a sextortion of over 350 women after he hacked their Facebook and Skype accounts for nude pics. And this is coming from the FBI. So, federal prosecutors say that more than 350 women were the victims of an elaborate sextortion scheme carried out by an apparently very horny California man who hacked into private email, Facebook, and Skype accounts in order to obtain nude photos. Okay, let's put the situation with this creep to the side and talk about how many women have nude pics on their Facebook and email and Skype. Like, what is wrong with you? If you want to send your man nude pics, show up to his house naked. Like, nothing in this world is private anymore. Everything is digital. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, email, Skype, text messages even. Anybody can hack into anything, and God forbid your body shows up on the internet. Listen, it's not going anywhere after that. No matter if you delete it, it now belongs to the internet. And now corporations have the software where when they're hiring you, they look up your identity online. And they type in your name and they see that your boobies are showing up on the internet. Oh, well, that's who we want representing our company. Or if you're lucky and you have a horny boss, maybe he'll hire you and try to get some from you. So, I mean, who knows? But, I mean, he got over 3,000 nude or semi-nude pics, and the FBI found them on his computer. And he is, if convicted, he's facing up to 105 years behind bars. I always wonder why they make the charges go for so many years. Like, no one lives for 105 years. Just say for life until he dies. Like 105 years. Listen, 105 years, if he's alive and still in jail, then we got a couple of other things to worry about, okay? Someone has found the fountain of youth. And this is going to be my last part of this show, and I'm excited about this. It's a segment called Weird News. And this guy, Gregory Matthew Bruni, naked intruder, pooped and masturbated in some couple's Florida home. So the Land family told the police that they were in their bedroom around 7 p.m. on Monday when they heard a noise that sounded like thunder. According to Fox 4 Now, Tony went outside, and that's the husband, and said that Bruni was on top of the roof completely naked, and then he jumped down from off the roof onto the man and then ran into the house and pulled a big screen TV off the wall and spilt the contents of a vacuum onto the floor, and then proceeded to eat those contents from the vacuum. And then the wife grabbed a gun and began shooting, but she missed, so that's when they called 911. Mistake number one. You see a naked man on your roof at 7 o'clock at night, that's when you call the police. You don't wait until he jumps on you, runs in your house. And then, I'm not done. So, then in the living room, Huffington Post describes it as he began to whack his mole, if you know what I mean, whack his mole, in the living room, and then ran into their son's bedroom and decided to rub some clothing onto his face. Oh yeah, the feeling of leather, the feeling of cotton, the feeling of polyester, it turns me on. Oh. And then, yeah, it's not done yet. Then, when the police arrived, they discovered that Bruni defecated on the floor in 2 spots in his house. And so they got Bruni into custody and transported him to a hospital for evaluation. Now, I love the fact how they think something might be wrong with him. Who knows? Maybe this guy likes to spend his Monday nights jumping from roof to roof naked and letting himself go, pun intended, in people's house, and maybe this is just the first time he's gotten caught. Listen, some people don't like Mondays, and listen, he was like, I'm gonna poop on Monday, and that's exactly what he did. Now, I want to thank the state of Florida for always giving us some crazy stories like those cannibalist people snorting bath salts and eating people. Thank you, Florida. There's a reason why you were created, for stories like this. So this is our first article for our new segment called Weird News, and I got that from the Huffington Post. And I hope you enjoyed this week's video. Thank you for taking the time to watch it, and I'll see you next time on the next installment of Open Table Talk. All the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies, I put your hands up.